right, so here's 6.2, number 9 at your request. You see, I already have the answer here, so I'll show you how to get all three of these answers. So let's look at the problem. Suppose that the probability that a passenger will miss a flight is 0.0937. Airlines do not like flights with empty seats, but it is also not desirable to have overbooked flights because passengers must be bumped from the flight. Suppose that an airplane has the seating capacity of 59 passengers. A says, if 61 tickets are sold, what is the probability that 60 or 61 passengers will show up for a flight, resulting in an overbooked flight? So let's just look at A first, then we'll go B, then we'll go C. All right, so first, let me go to my notes. This is not pulling up like I wanted to. Hold on. Here we go. All right, so the probability that someone will miss a flight is 0.0937. So if you want to know the probability that someone will make a flight, you subtract that 0.0937 from 1, and that'll give you 0.9063. So don't forget, this is a binomial distribution probability problem. So binomial means there are only two outcomes. And in this case, is miss a flight, make a flight. So they gave us the probability of missing a flight. Once again, it's 0.0937. And so if I want to know the probability of making a flight, I subtract that from 1. And in this case, it'll give us 0.9063. All right. So, excuse me. So in A, let me go back to the problem real quick. So in A, it says, well, before you get to A, it says that the seating capacity is 59. So it says if 61 tickets are sold, what's the probability that 60 to 61 passengers show up for the flight, resulting in an overbooked flight? So we're going to use an app. I'll go to the website to calculate this. And if you were to do all right, so I just Google binomial distribution calculator. That's what we're dealing with. And I use StatTrak. StatTrak works well for me. So StatTrak. All right, so the probability of success on the trial, we want to know what's the probability that 60 or 61 people show up. So in other words, we want to know what's the probability that 61 people will make the flight or 60 people will make the flight. So that's going to be 0.90, was it 63? Let me go back to, yep, 9063. So our probability is 0.9063. So we're not using the probability that someone will miss the flight. We want to know what's the probability that someone will make the flight. All right. So the number of trials, we have 59 seats. That's the capacity. And then the number of successes. Sorry. Number of trials is 61 because we're giving out 61 tickets. Then the number of successes should be at 59. I put the wrong one. I'm at 59. And then we can calculate. And we got to deal with the ads. Let me close it out. All right. So see here, probability that X is going to be greater than 59. So we're talking about 60 and 61. And that's this number right here, 0.01808. And if you go back to our problem, close out on. Oh man, close out on. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it back up. My numbers are different now. That sucks. All right, hey, kick me out. So now my numbers are 53. So let me just go ahead real quick. So now my number right here is 0.0994. So I'm going to subtract that from 1 because that's the number, the probability that the passenger will miss the flight. So I need the probability that the passenger will make the flight. So 1 minus 0.0994. That's 0.9006. You had to keep me out like that. I had my stuff set up. And of course not. Here's the keep me. Come on, man. There we go. Six. And then where did it go? Number of tickets, 59. And if 55 tickets or so, what's the probability? Got 54, 55. All right. Sorry, been kicking me out of the thing really messed up my setup. So we have 53 as capacity. And we want to know the probability of getting 55 tickets. All right, so all right, so once again, 55 tickets are sold, but the capacity, seat capacity is 53. So what's the probability of getting 54 to 55 tickets? So let me send you to here. Okay, so we have our probability of making is 0.9006. We're selling 55 tickets. The seat capacity is 53. So the number of successes that we have totally is 53. What's the probability of getting 54, 55? So we go to right here, greater than 53 is going to be 0.02232. All right, so if we go back to the problem, so you see we have 0.0223. They asked us around the 4 decimal places. All right, the next one. Suppose 59 tickets are sold. What's the probability a passenger will have to be bumped? All right. So go back to Stat Trick. It says 59 tickets are sold. So we're talking about being greater than 53. And that's this right here. So it's going to be 0.4602. All right. All right. And then the last one for a plane with seating capacity of 260 passengers. So before the capacity was, where's that? 53 passengers. Now we're looking at our capacity being 260. So we're going to replace that 53 with 260. It says, what's the largest number of tickets that can be sold while keeping the probability being bumped below 1%? So we're going to have to play with some numbers a little bit. So let's go back to our app. So the number of success is going to be 260. And then what we want to do is put numbers greater than 260. And when our probability, we want to get as close to 1% as possible, greater than 260 as possible. So let's go 70. Keep playing with numbers. Those numbers will change. See how the numbers are changing. So we're talking about, we want to get 1% right here. So that's 0.01. If it goes over 0.01, then that's greater than 1%. All right, so don't forget 1%, you move your decimal 2 places to the right. And of course, if this is free, so you got to deal with these little ads over here. So I'm just closing stuff out. So this is way lower than 1%. So let's add more tickets. Let's go 280. Now, see, this is 4%. See, if you move your just 2 places to the right, that'll be 4.2. So 280, 280 tickets would be too many. So let's go 278. And now that's 0.0 that would be 1.6%. So that's too much. So we're looking at 277 tickets can be sold, and that puts us right at 0.009. So that's right under 1%. So 277 should be it for us. Let's confirm. All right, so there it is. Those are our answers. Hopefully that helps. Sorry for the delay, but I got kicked out of my screen in the middle of recording. But hopefully that helps. And but not the delay, but sorry for having the video as long as it was. But hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.